Have you ever wondered what's up with the hyssop branch in John's gospel? This is one of my favorite things that you probably have missed in Sunday school, and this is part 7. If you've ever wondered why John mentions this hyssop branch, there's something really, really profound that we find in the Old Testament. And this is a detail that matters. This isn't something random. So in John chapter 19, Jesus is hanging on the cross, and he says that he's thirsty. And then John tells us that they put a sponge full of sour wine on a hyssop branch, and they brought it up to his mouth. But why the hyssop? Why not just say that they gave him a drink? That's because John wants you to remember something and call your attention back to what the hyssop represented in the Old Testament. So the first major time we see the hyssop is at the Passover. Israel is in Egypt, and God tells them to sacrifice a lamb and to take the hyssop and to use that to apply the blood to their doorposts. And so the blood of the lamb would save them from judgment ultimately, and we're probably familiar with that. The hyssop shows up again and is used in cleansing rituals. It was used for purification also. And in Psalm 51, we see David talking about it. And he says, this is right after his sin with Bathsheba, he cries out, "Purge me with the hyssop, and I shall be clean." And so throughout the Old Testament, the hyssop is associated with two big ideas, sacrifice and cleansing. And so now we fast forward to the cross, to the New Testament, to John's gospel. John has already spent the entire gospel telling us who Jesus is. John the Baptist called him the Lamb of God who takes away the sin of the world. Then at the crucifixion, right as the Lamb of God is being sacrificed, John suddenly mentions a hyssop branch. And this is not random. See, John is connecting Jesus to the Passover lamb. The same plant used to apply the blood of the lamb in Egypt appears at the cross of the true Lamb of God. And it gets even better. The hyssop that symbolized cleansing is now touching the one whose blood would cleanse the sins of the whole world. One tiny detail, one little branch, but one major connecting piece. And the entire story of the Bible comes together. From the Passover in Egypt to David's prayer for cleansing to the cross of Christ, that is something that you might have missed in Sunday school.